CHICKEN. Use the code chicken in the shop. CHICKEN. Use the code
Guys, the chicken's here, back today with another Beach video. In today's video, guys, I'm going to show you why I'm currently only running 6 engine rooms, and we're going to talk about how we were able to get up to rank 24, address some things that are, you know, kind of out of whack this season. And yeah, so first off, I'm having so much fun, man. Like, it's been so enjoyable to have like a decent season for once, and you know, climb up on the leaderboard, and yeah, I'm just really enjoying it overall. But that's not the case for like 90% of people. I think what happened was, I just, you know, I think I just made good tech choices, and I was just able to ride that wave of pushing at the right times. I finally was able to do all the things we talked about and kind of put them into practice, which, you know, is good. But you know, I realize a lot of people, you know, it's hard to help everyone that's stuck, because the main problem is with the star reset, everyone is kind of coagulated and stuck together, and it's like, you know, everyone's got this even tech, and the biggest thing is just finding out what's going to be better going forward, and then pushing from that. But the problem is that when everyone else is doing that at the same time, it's not really helping out that much. So I'm going to continue to just give the best, you know, info and advice that I can, you know, but I don't know. We'll just try to go from there. Guys, if this does help you out, I appreciate if you use the code chicken in the shop and subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff. But yeah, so here's the next plan. So before we go to 70R, now is the point where, you know, this is where it gets tricky, and it's going to be a little muddy and murky, but we're going to sift our way through it. So what I'm going to do next is tomorrow I'm actually going to, or sorry, today I'm going to get the rocket launchers, and I'm going to max them out all in one go. You need about 3.8 million tokens to max out your rocket launchers, so I'm going to be able to do that with my next chest, and then we're going to throw them out, and then we're going to try to push from there, and then at that point we're going to grab the next Doom Cannon, and then we're just simply going to save for 7 engines. There is a bit of a caveat. If you're struggling, like if your attacks are really bad, then it's going to be a good idea to go ahead and grab Kavan. But, you know, other than that, what got me to this point was just simply getting the troop damage. And every person that I fought today, they all had troop damage. I don't think there was one guy that I fought that didn't have it. Maybe one of them didn't have it, but it'd be cool to see that in the stats. But look at these times. As soon as I got the troop damage, 230, 234, 229, 227... 229, 211. That was a bit of a flop. 228 against Alex Zhu, who's 4th in Canada. So let's show you which one is the best. This one, I guess, 234. So I'll show you how the attacks are going, and it honestly hasn't changed that much. Here's the biggest thing that I did. I started dropping 1 heavy chopper and 2 bombers from this side, from the far left side, at the same time that I drop the main kill squad on the right. And I find that that works a lot better, just to keep everyone more spread out. Now, we're not seeing the base that we were able to do the delay drop on yesterday, where we were throwing in, you know, the two choppers, 3 bombers in, and then kind of delay dropping, then throwing the 1 chopper and 2 bombers, and they were able to hug the wall and go up this way while the other guys went up that way. I'm not seeing that base as much anymore. I'll show you guys my base. I'll show you guys my base in a sec. We'll go over this attack first, but yeah. So from here, the biggest thing is you just got to trust in your bombers, you got to trust in Brick, and you just got to spam battle orders. That's the biggest thing. Now, we're going to use GBE if we have to. If we're going to lose a lot of bombers, if the Doom Cannon's targeting Brick, we're going to shock it, or we're going to shock the Boom Cannon, but it's kind of, you know, right there, it was going to get close to Brick, so I went ahead and shocked it. But other than that, you just kind of have to trust that they're going to spread correctly, trust in your drop, you know, trust in the spread, and then just kind of let them go and just use battle orders, because if you don't do that and you baby them too much and you use too much GBE, trying to keep everyone like perfectly healthy and alive, and you know, you're going to lose bombers for sure. But that's the way you're going to get the fastest time, is simply just letting them go, using battle orders, letting them spread. You know, a situation right there, like that was kind of interesting. So what I did was, instead of just letting them clear, letting them take that engine, building up the GBE for a huge, you know, throwing 9 artilleries in at the end, it's actually faster to just take this one down that's almost down, so I can simply flare into the next one. They're already in range of it, so it doesn't take them that long to get there, and then just shoot and take it down. So you know, little things like that. I know it doesn't seem like much, or maybe it seems like, you know, pretty basic, but it all adds up to a few seconds, and these attacks are so close. That's what it really comes down to. So I'm running this base right now because I know a lot of people are going to be looking at stealing the chicken's base, but I wanted to save it for you guys so it's still effective, so people stop copying the base that the chicken is running. So here it is. So grab a screenshot of that. It has been working really, really well. I before I switched to this base, it was pretty neck and neck. I was getting, you know, 1 win, 1 loss, 1 win, 1 loss. I was trying to get to 23. I couldn't get there. I switched to this base, and that's when I went on. That's when I went on the big win streak that propelled us into. I only lost 2 or 3 matches today, so that really propelled us forward. So, yeah, I'll show it again, and we'll kind of go over it here for a sec. Is this? Oh, okay. Well, it's a good time because my recording software just froze. But yeah, so basically, you can see here we have the. Did this come back? Okay, good. We got the sky shield up top. We have the. We have 1 doom cannon now. We have 2 shock launchers spaced out on either side. The whole point of this base is it's just really spread out, right? And it makes people waste time. All the other bases that we were going against, they typically had all the engine rooms up close to the landing ramp, and that, you know, all it really did was just allowed people to get a ton of GB early, versus, you know, they have to save it, and, you know, they kind of baby their troops on the way up. As soon as I switched to this, nobody got more than I don't know. We can look at the times here. But I don't think anybody got more than... There was one guy that got 2 minutes and 30 seconds, but other than that, nobody got, like, much higher than 2 minutes. So we'll show someone... This guy had the best hit, I think. We'll show someone that struggled against it. Sorry, Mr. Zoo, we got to put you on blast here, but this guy's obviously a great player. I mean, he's always in the leaderboard, so... So what did he do? He went choppers with bullet. Just in case, you know... you might start seeing this base a lot, not because I'm running it, just because, you know, it's a popular base. I didn't invent it or anything. I just got it from somebody. So you know, you can just go on the leaderboard and, you know, you can typically find all of these. But so what is he doing? He's only using okay, so he's using heavy chopper seeker. I was wondering what he was doing. I was like, he's only using 5 boats. Maybe that's why it's such a slow time. So, yeah, I'm not really getting seeked hardly ever. I don't think anyone that used seekers got a decent time. But typically what they do is, you know, they run with bullet and all the heavy choppers kind of back and forth. He was a little bit late on that flare, so I think that kind of screwed him up. So, there he goes, up and around. He's going all the way around the world. But, yeah. This is pretty well exactly what happened, you know, kind of all day. It was just a lot of guys were like fizzling or close to fizzling. It still kind of blew my mind how many guys were just using just straight heavy choppers, you know, and they were able to get through the base, but like it took, you know, the full 2 minutes, so it was kind of strange. But yeah, it's interesting, man. It's interesting. I'm really hoping that we can push towards the top 500. That is my only goal this season. We'll see if that's actually going to be a thing, but yeah, we're definitely doing pretty solid on the leaderboard here. And tomorrow, I don't know if we'll rank up again. I don't know how easy it's gonna be, but the next you know, kind of effective tech that we're gonna have is I'm banking on the rocket launchers, because I went up against, I think it was the one loss that I had. I think this guy actually had rocket launchers. Oh no, he didn't. I just screwed that one up. Okay. Is there anyone else that had rockets? Let's see if we can find one real quick just to show you how we did it. Big Bad Billy, no? One of them had to have them. I know I went against some today. Kyoto? 211? That might have been it. Yeah, okay, here we go. Alright, so going against the rocket launcher bases, it's tricky, man. It's really, like, you know, it's... because the rockets will melt your bombers if you're not careful, or your seekers, or your heavy, or your rocket choppers, whatever you're using. You know, once they get up to, you know, max level, then you can see 2 little bursts, and they're tearing through your bombers pretty quickly. So, Especially once we get, there's 2 more prototypes. There's 2 level 3 damage amps left in the tech tree. So that combined with rocket launchers, that's going to be nasty. So I'm not looking forward to that meta. But for right now, the best way to handle it is just kind of take the battle slower. Like, you got to use a little bit more GBE and shock them, heal your bombers through them if you can. The good thing about them is they have basically no health. So, I mean, it only takes, you'll see right here, it only takes a couple shots. I think it's 2 shots. Or no, it's 3 shots. Yeah, it only takes 3 bomber shots to get through them. So, I mean, they go down pretty quick, but, it's going to slow down your attack significantly. So, I hope that helps you guys out. If it did or if it didn't, make sure you join up the Discord server. We'll get you sorted with your tech tree or wherever you're at and everything like that. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. That is going to wrap up the video today. Make sure to leave a like if you found it interesting, entertaining, or informative. And we'll see you next one, guys. Checking out. Back.